Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.
I will ride with this group.
Seriously, man. Please.
And away we go.
All right, Vikings Vent Line every Sunday right here on the Purple Daily YouTube channel. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe button for daily Vikings entertainment. Vikings Vent Line happens every week here on this YouTube channel and the podcast feed in the off season, where I try to talk to as many Vikings fans as possible, just get their expectations for the upcoming year, what they thought has happened in the off season, etc. So if you'd like to be on a future episode, if you're a Vikings fan and you have takes on the season and you wanna get on here, this is a safe place for you. Hit me up. It's vikingsventline@gmail.com. That's the email to send an invite to. I would love to hear from any of you as possible, so go ahead and hit me up. vikingsventline@gmail.com. Of course, Purple Daily is sponsored by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. If the air conditioner is on the fritz, or if you're not even sure what state that air conditioner is in, our friends at Standard Heating can help make sure it's in tip-top shape. Don't DIY that stuff. Let Standard Heating come out there. Let the experts and the pros handle it. They're a proud sponsor here at Purple Daily, and when you go hire or when you contact Standard Heating, tell them that Purple Daily sent you there. They like to know that type of stuff, so we appreciate Standard Heating. They've been to my house. They should go to your house. Make sure that HVAC and air conditioning is working appropriately. All right, let's get our guys in here. Let's get Kurt and Anthony in here on Vikings Vent Line. Kurt, you're down in Florida. Anthony, are you in Minnesota? Where are you at?
No, I am not. I'm actually originally from Minnesota. I'm born and raised in Hopkins, Minnesota, right outside of Minneapolis. I live in a small town called Vent, Iowa right now.
Okay.
Where me and my family live right now.
Nice. And then, Kurt, did you grow up in Minnesota and move to Florida? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Becker, so.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So when you're in Florida, is it Sunday Ticket? How do you kind of go about watching Vikings games down there? Same
Sunday
thing?
Ticket. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a nice at least contingency of Vikings fans down where you're at in debt? Like, do you get together with Vikings fans, or you watch this game by yourself?
No, I'm definitely a watch football alone kind of guy.
Yeah,
I hear you. I go through too many emotions, so
yep. I completely get it. I get it. Well, guys, let's start here. We do this on Purple Daily all the time, obviously, with Mackie Judd and myself, but I like to give the fans kind of the floor for this to start. So, Anthony, do you have a hottest Vikings take here to kick us off on Vikings Vent Line?
Yes. I think Dallas Turner is going to surprise everyone this season. I think he's going to come out and show everyone why he was drafted so high as he was. And I think he's going to have at least 10 sacks this season, at least.
I like that one. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of buried in the depth chart a little bit. He did play sparingly. He got some moments in there. We got a young Vikings fan there, too.
That's my son, Carson.
Love that.
Say hi, Declan.
There he is. What's up, Carson? Love it. I love it. You're growing and you're making Vikings fans there, Anthony. I love that.
Yeah, I was really surprised we got him when we did. I think later on at the end of the year, he really started showing his talent.
For sure. Yeah, he's had a great he wasn't able to get on the field a ton, but he had a great college career, and I'm excited to see what he kind of does here going forward. Kurt, how about you though? Do you have a hottest Vikings take in your back pocket here?
Yeah, my hottest Vikings take, maybe a hot take nationally, but I don't know if you're a Vikings fan and you follow the team. I don't know that it is. It's more of a lukewarm, but we're going to win the NFC North this year. And JJ McCarthy is going to beat Sam Darnold's numbers from last year. This team's too talented. The coaching staff's too good to not, honestly.
Yeah. Who do you think falls down a little bit? Do the Lions fall off a little bit to you, Kurt? Is that the team you're kind of looking at that who could fall off?
I think they were going to fall back a little bit, and now with their center retiring out of nowhere this late, and it's like not replacing an all-pro center right now, that's tough. And I don't think the Packers got better necessarily. I don't know that they got worse. And the Bears are the Bears until they're not, kind of like the Lions a few years ago. The Lions were going to be the Lions until they're not. So you prove it to me, then I'll believe it. But now this team's got too much talent.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears have done a lot, to your point. They always seem to bears it, though, right? Like, I think Thor had the note this week that they've hit the under on their over-under win total like 9 of the last 10 years, which is crazy. Yeah. I mean, that is nuts. So until they actually prove it, I guess we'll have to wait and see a little bit. But you're all good. You're ready to go with this with the JJ McCarthy era. You're all in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be pretty dang exciting. Anthony, are you all in the JJ McCarthy era? Are you a real
Yes,
big
I am
believer?
fully all in on JJ. I was following him during the combine. Even your guy at Tor Nystrom even said that the Vikings were going to end up taking him, and I think everyone was a little shocked when we did, but I think he was our guy all along.
Yeah. Okay, so how about the backup here? I know we all want JJ McCarthy to play a full season, and knock on wood, he does. But is there any part of you, Anthony, that does want to see Kirk come back as the backup, just as the backup, or are you good with the Sam Howell experiment being the backup
If
QB to
Kirk
McCarthy?
would come back, I would be okay with it as long as he's going to accept that he's going to be the backup. And if something would happen to McCarthy, I think Kirk could come in and be efficient enough because of his relationship with Kevin O'Connell. They go back all the way back to his Washington days.
Yeah, there's a really good relationship there. If he can accept the backup role, I think I'm in it. Kurt, how about you, though? I mean, are you good with Kirk Cousins being the backup if he indeed accepts that position?
Yeah, I think so, because now that he doesn't really have another option to go be a starting quarterback with Rodgers signing in Pittsburgh now. I mean, maybe Cleveland, but they'd have to trade probably Pickett and a rookie to get Cousins there to be the starter. So I think the Kirk's relationship with KOC coming in as a mentor, I mean, he's still making millions of dollars, so he'll be all right. Come in, be a backup quarterback for a year under KOC. Maybe his Achilles gets a little bit better and he gets one more chance somewhere else next year, but why not? I mean, this team's too good to lose it due to an injury if they don't think Howell's the guy.
Yeah. I mean, are you bullish on Howell at all, Kurt, or are you just kind of waiting and seeing as he develops?
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. He played a whole year in the NFL in Washington. He wasn't great, but he's also got a year of experience. He's not going to be the worst. He'd been better than probably anyone else they ran out there when Cousins got hurt a couple of years ago. But if KOC believes in him, then I believe in him. If he doesn't, then bring Cousins in.
Anthony, how about you? Are you good with Sam Howell?
I think it'd be okay with Sam Howell being the backup. I mean, he does have some success. I mean, yes, the interceptions are up on him, but I think he'd be a solid as long as he can know our system. I mean, Sam Darnold did it last year. Sorry about that. Sam Darnold came in last year and surprised everyone. So, I mean, maybe Sam could do the same. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that you kind of had this like blind trust with KOC, and it's mostly been okay, right? Like it's good to blindly trust him. He hasn't won the playoff game, but what he's been able to do with quarterbacks, whether it's Dobbs or Mullins, the back end of Kirk, it's been impressive. So I think he's got a lot of potential here to develop JJ McCarthy. I'm super excited to see what happens there. Kurt, who are you most excited to watch on the Vikings this year?
Yeah, it's got to be JJ. I mean, classic Vikings take, but I'm on the hype train. Let's go. Everyone else seems to find a franchise quarterback once in a while. I'm 40 and we've had a couple shots at it, but I mean, this has got to be it, right? KOC, JJ, this staff. I mean, why not us? Why not now?
Yeah. Do you think the addition, Kurt, Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones now coming back here, a little bit of a tandem? Do you think that this is the year their running game also kind of gets fortified a bit?
I hope so. I mean, we upgraded that offensive line. Like you said, we brought in Jordan Mason. He's a beast. He doesn't need to run the ball a ton as long as he can spell Aaron Jones and just get those tough yards, those red zone touchdowns. Maybe this team's going to look different, and it's going to be for the better.
Yeah. Anthony, how about you? Outside of McCarthy, I know you got the jersey on there, right? You got the JJ McCarthy jersey.
This was one of my gifts I got when I went up to Minnesota last year. I went up to Minnesota for the Raspberry Festival in my hometown, Hopkins, and I brought this home with me.
Love that. Who else are you excited to watch this year, Anthony, on the Vikings?
I'm most excited to watch this offensive line. I was happy and excited that Quasi and KOC pretty much said their word and they stuck to it. They said they were going to go out and fix it this offseason and then during the free agency. And I think Willie Fries and Ryan Clark are going to be a two workhorse in front of our offensive line.
Yeah, finally they've addressed the offensive line. They got great tackles there too. So hopefully it's obviously in a good spot and they stay upright and healthy. But it's easily the best line the Vikings have had in, probably 16 years.
Probably since the 2009 season. I mean, that was a pretty darn good offensive line we had back then too. I think with the new offensive line, we're going to open up way more holes. And I absolutely love the Jordan Mason trade and sign that we did. I think I think that was just the icing on top of the cake for us after everyone that we signed this offseason. That was just awesome.
Yeah. Kurt, defensively, do you think that Brian Flores, this defense takes even a bigger step? He's been awesome since he's been here in the 2 years since Donatell. But do you think there's even another level to this defense, or are you just pretty good with what they have here on paper?
Yeah, no, adding the defensive line depth, I think could be huge as long as they stay healthy. I think we can get the same pressure or maybe more pressure with less blitzing, which should help the secondary on the back end. So I am excited. He's gotten better and he's gotten better play out every year and gotten more of his own guys in there. So it's hard to argue with what he's been doing.
Yeah. Kurt, any other last takes, any shout outs here on Vikings Vent Linel, anything in your bag here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do the classic, shout out to my wife for putting up with me. You can see a little bit behind me. I turned our living room into memorabilia, autographed memorabilia, and she allowed it. So that's great. Shout out to my dad, Marty, and my godfather, Mark. They're the ones that really got me in to Vikings football from a young age, and they tried to be mature. And when the Vikings would lose in '98 and tell me it was okay and go out and snowmobile, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that right now, but they've tried every year, and they, they've instilled the, this is the year in me. And lately I feel it. Like it feels like this could be, a nice run coming up for the Vikings. So yeah, that's about it.
Love it, man. Appreciate you. Great takes here. Anthony, how about you, man? Any other last takes you have? Any shout outs you'd love to give here on Vikings Vent Linel?
Last takes. Yeah, I did have a couple. I know you guys brought it up during Purple Daily earlier in the week, but how about that Kwesi Mensa contract extension that he got?
Yeah, that was they had. I mean, they extended KOC. It was kind of time for them to extend Kwesi.
Yeah, I knew. I had a feeling it was coming, but I just didn't know exactly when it was going to happen.
Yeah,
I think that he deserved it. I mean, that first draft we had was kind of a bust, but I mean, I think he's made up for it the last two off seasons on going out and signing the players that we needed to sign for our offense and defensive line.
For sure. And then I know you got the kids there on screen. Any shout outs here on Vikings Vent Line?
This is my oldest, Carson.
Carson, what's up, buddy?
And then my youngest is right here, Colton. Colton, come here, buddy. Come here. He'll be turning 2 in September. Then my wife and I are expecting again. We have a girl on the way, so
awesome, man.
It's nice to get the girl out of the way. And then I love to shout out to my family up in Minnesota. My dad lives up there, and a lot of my aunts and uncles live up there.
Love that, man. Yeah, you're a growing Vikings family.
This is my wife right here. Her name is Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
She likes listening to you guys too. I always pop you guys on during the week.
I love it. We are the background for a lot of different families, husbands, wives, kids. Love that for us. So
then there was another take that I had before we go. What do you guys think about Justin Jefferson being at the OTAs this year? I know he hasn't been there the last couple of years, but I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think the fact he showed up with, obviously, McCarthy not having much of a chemistry there. I mean, they had a bit of a rapport last year in training camp, and Jefferson didn't play in the preseason games. So the fact he's there showing up like that's great. He needs to be out there, and the fact that he trusts them and wants to be out there, that's awesome. So I love that he's doing that.
That's the one thing that I like. That shows that he's wanting to be committed to McCarthy and get the feeling of him a little more and get that chemistry going before the season starts.
I love it. Well, guys, hey, thank you so much for coming on Vikings Vent Line. Great takes, great family stuff here happening with Anthony and his kids.
Yes, I'm very busy in this household.
Yeah, that's right. And then Kurt down in Florida, fighting the good fight, yelling at the TV by himself, no one else around as he watches Vikings games. I get that, man. So don't skin off my nose there for how you watch your purple. So appreciate you guys. Again, if anyone wants to come on a future episode, it's VikingsVentLine@gmail.com. Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment, where we just want to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl before we die.